welcome back on my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about the topic non-finite work, and it is the third part of this chapter. Okay, in the previous video we have known about the non-finite works and finite works and its parts. Okay, there are three parts of the non-finite work. First is infinitude, using of the infinitude, using of the past field, and third is the gerunds. And both of the part we have already studied. Now we can know about the third part of this chapter. Okay, so listen carefully and know how can we use the gerund in the sentence, and how we can identify of the gerund in a sentence. Okay, you have to see here the definition of non-finite verb is a verb that has no subject and does not show person or numbers in is called non-finite verb. Clear? For example, just say you can see here is a sentence: he wants to buy some toys. He wants to buy some toys. So in this sentence you have to see here he is a subject and want and buy both are the verb. Okay, this verb used according to the subject, but this verb has no any person and no any things. Okay, it has no any numbers, no any person, does not show person or number. So this verb will be finite, non-finite verb. Okay, non-finite verb, and it is used with the help of to. So it is called infinitive verb. Okay, it is called infinitive verb, and in the next is participle. Okay, next is participle. In the participle I have already told you about some of the words like nobody at the burnt toast. Nobody at the burnt toast. Okay, you know very well about the toast. Toast is a noun word and it's used for the eating. So you can see here at is a verb. Okay, at it is the second form of the eat. Okay, eat, at, eaten. So at is a verb, and you can see here is the burn. Burn is also a verb. Okay, it is also used as a verb, but in this sentence this is not verb. Okay, it is used for a noun. It is used for a noun. So it is a participle. It is a participle. What kind of the participle? Past participle. Okay, it is a past participle that is used as a adjective form. Clear? And this form. In the second part of the video, we have learned about the participle. Okay, in the first video we have to learn about the infinitive. Now we have to learn about the gerunds. Okay, it is the third one. So listen careful. How can we use the gerund in a sentence, and how can we identify of the gerunds in the sentence? Okay, so you have to see here gerund is used in a different form in the sentence. Okay, I gave you some of the example like wrestling is popular in India. Okay, wrestling, you know very well about the wrestling. Wrestling is popular in India. It is a sentence. Okay, it is a sentence. So in this sentence you can see here the word rest, wrestler, okay, rest, and here you use wrestling. In the wrestler you can see here the word use ing. Okay, it is a gerund. It is a gerund. It means when the ing form of the verb is used as a noun in a sentence, So you can see here the use of the ing in the sentence as a noun. So it is called gerund. So you can see this is the use as a subject. Subject means as a noun. Okay, it is a use as a subject and its form of the noun. So we can say that it is a gerund. Okay, it is a gerund. Clear? We can use gerund word in a sentence as a noun. Noun means it is a form of the subject or object. Okay, or object. How can it will be object? I gave you another example. I enjoyed reading English poetry. I enjoy reading English poetry. Okay, I enjoy reading English poetry. So you can see here I is a subject, here enjoy is a verb, here the wrestling is a subject, is a verb, and popular in India is a object or complement. So you can see here I is a subject, enjoy is a verb, the rest of the word will be the object. Okay, it is a subject, it is a verb, and it is the object. And in the object you can see here reading. Reading is a gerund word that used with the English poetry. Okay, and it's made as a object. Okay, it makes as a object, and you can see here the reading English poetry. Reading is a kind of adjective. Okay, but in this place it shows as a object. Clear? And many of the gerund word used in a sentence as a object of the preposition. Okay, object of the preposition. For example, he is fond of drinking cold coffee. Okay, he is fond of drinking cold coffee. In this sentence you can see here the he, here is the is. He is a subject, is a verb, and fond of drinking. So fond is a preposition word. Okay, and drinking cold coffee, it is called object of the preposition. It is object. This object not used for the subject. This object used of the preposition. So this object is called object of preposition. It's clear? It means we can use the preposition in the different way in a sentence by using the gerund ing. Okay, and we can also use the gerund as a complement of the verb. For example, what I quite deserts is life. Okay, and these sentence in these sentence you can see ing words function like a noun Okay. However, all these words are derived from verbs. Clear? And gerund, it means as both gerunds and infinitives. It means gerund and infinitives have the force of the noun, a verb. They have the same usage. Okay, and thus in many sentences either of they may be used. Okay, I give you some example. Example is, first example, he likes singing. He likes singing. I think you know very well about this sentence. Okay, in this sentence he is a subject, likes is a verb, and singing. Okay, here the adverb. So you can see here singing. In this sing plus ing, it makes the singing, and we can say it is a gerund. Clear? But he likes to sing. He likes to sing. In this sentence, sing used without ing. So it is not a gerund. It is a infinitive. Why? Because here the likes and sing both are the verb. Both are the verb. And this verb used with the to, and so it is a infinitive. It is infinitive, and we can simply say that the non-infinitive form of the verb, that is the follow a preposition. Okay, and in this sentence you can simply use make the sentence by using the gerunds, and make the sentence by using the infinitive. Okay, so it is a simple rules to use of the gerunds. In the previous chapter you have to know that the gerund present participle used in a sentence. Okay, present participle used in the sentence, and that is not used as a gerund. Okay, that is not used as a gerund. It is used as a adjective. For example, I gave some example like the creaking noise disturb us. The creaking noise disturb us. The creaking noise disturb us. Okay, so disturb us. Okay, the creaking noise disturb us. First sentence is this, and second sentence is wrestling is popular in India. Wrestling is popular in India. Clear? Both of the sentence is different to the each other. Okay, both are the sentence different to each other. How it will be possible? You can see in the first sentence here the use gerund ing, and in the second sentence here the use gerund ing. Okay, but in the first sentence this gerund used as a adjective. It is used as a adjective. How it will be possible? So you can see here the noise. Noise is a noun word. Okay, what kind of the noun word? It is the abstract noun. Okay, and this creaking word describe about or say something more thing about the noise. So this is the adjective. Okay, and its form of adjective it is used with the verb and ing. It is the participle. It is the participle. What kind of the participle? It is the present participle. Okay, it is the present participle. Clear? This is the verb and use ing. Okay, both are the form of this adjective word used with make it is with the help of verb and ing, and it is a adjective word. Creaking noise. Creaking word is a adjective word, and this is a participle. It is also a participle. What kind of the participle? Present participle. That present participle used as a adjective form in this sentence, but in the second sentence. Here the definition of the participle. The definition of the adjective. It is a form of ing where we can use the in the verb, where we can use the ing form of the verb. Okay, of the verb is used as a noun. So you can see here is the rester is a verb. It is also a verb. Okay, it is also a verb, and that is used with ing. Okay, it is used with ing, but in this sentence this is not a adjective word, it is a noun word. It's used the form of noun words, and it is used as a subject. It is used as a subject. It is not noun, but it is used as a subject. Okay, and it may be used also in a object. Okay, so this type of the ing form with that is used with the verb, and it is used as in a sentence as a subject or object. Okay, so it will be the gerund, and it is also used as a object of the preposition or complement of the verb. So it is called gerund. But when the gerund it means ing form used in a sentence as a adjective form, with the adjective form that is the design of the noun word. Okay, so it is the participle. What kind of the participle? It is the present participle, and here is the use gerund. Here is the use gerund. So I think you know very well about the participle, infinitives, participle, and gerund. Okay, and I totally cleared it the difference between participle and gerund. Okay, it is the form of participle. What kind of the participle? It is the present participle. With the verb we can use the ing, and it is used as a adjective word with the noun. Okay, but when we use ing in ing word with the verb as a subject in the sentence, that is the called gerund. Clear? So I think you know very well what is the difference between the participle and what is the participle and gerunds. So I hope you all understand this chapter very well. We have to meet in the next video. So thank you for the watching.